What's going down, everybody, and welcome back to another Top 5 in 5 right here on Commander Cookout on YouTube. Today, replacing the top 5 blue commanders of all time. Before we get to it, though, don't forget FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your blue and or not blue commander needs. CCO Spring promo code, get you a discount. Good deal for all. You want to help support the show? Pick lists, be part of the CCO Nation. Join over at patreon.com/CCO Podcasts. Now, Number 5, mono blue commander of all time, Bruvac the Grandiloquent. My boy, I love this. If you're playing Bruvac, you're playing mill. If you want to just go infinite and mill your opponent out or mill the whole table out, you play Una, Queen of the Fae instead, plus it opens up access to black. If you want to just play fun mill, you play Mirko Vosk the Mind Drinker, that mind grinds people down till they hit land. If you want to play self mill, you play like Sir Conrad, which isn't even blue at all, maybe Rexiel the Risen Deep, then you could have some big creature beats and play your opponent's stuff from their graveyard. There's a whole bunch of options other than mono blue, counter everything, infinite mill. Number 4 is Min Wiley Illusionist. This kind of speaks illusion tribal, but it kind of gives me a big creature tribal vibe. If that's what you want, play Sphinx tribal. I think that is a pretty cool thing to do in mono blue. They hit like dragons, they draw you cards, they have interesting abilities, all around less common tribe out there. If you want to do an uncommon tribe like illusions, try Sphinxes instead, because they're still going to give you that big swing and dink punch power. Number 3, Talran Sky Summoner. Again, this is like the deck that you want to jam 25 counterspells into, but don't do that because nobody wants to play against that. All you're doing is countering and nobody can play Magic, and then you're not going to get to play that deck very much because nobody's going to want to play against it. Instead, play anything else, and if it's the play sorcery, get dude or get token thing that you want, play Murmuring Mystic or Whispering Wizard or Young Pyromancer. There's a whole bunch of other things that you could do that give you that kind of instants and sorceries matter feel. My deck like that is Calamax the Stormsire, where I do play Young Pyromancer and where I do play Talran and I do play Murmuring Mystic because I'm playing lots of instants and sorceries. The difference is instead of counterspells, I'm playing burn and more doublers to double my burn spells. Lots of fun. Number 2. Ooh, baby. Urza, Lord High Artificer. One of the most powerful commanders that you can play, blue or otherwise. Now, a whole swath of abilities here that you could play something else instead of. Urza's first ability that gives you an artifact matters kind of theme. You could play anything that cares about artifacts. The first one that comes into my mind, because it has an artifact sub-theme plus other abilities, is Duretti. Planeswalker is a commander, red, not even close to blue, totally different, but still cares about artifacts. The second ability, where you tap your artifacts to get mana with Urza, you could play Muria, Scholar of Antiquity. We've got a deck list that you can look at. It's a ton of fun. Brando made it. It's got a bunch of Mox Emeralds in it instead of Mox Sapphires like the Urza deck would have. Lots of potential for aggro or combo or stacks control if any of those is your thing. And then finally, Urza's last ability, that card is called Temporal Aperture. If that's the ability on Urza that you're building around, see if you can find combos with the real card from Urza Saga proper, Temporal Aperture. That's the card. Finally, number 1 card, number 1 blue commander on EDH, most popular ever, Orvar the All-Form. This is probably either an everything tribal deck, because Orvar's all creature types. If that's the case, you play Mistform Ultimus, because it offers you the same deck without the combo potential backup that Orvar is going to have in people's minds or make in people's minds. Or you can expand to 5 color and play something like Morophon the Boundless, and then you can do everything tribal in all 5 colors. I think both are fun decks. I've played with and against Orvar and Morphon and Mistform Ultimus. We've got some links up here and in the show notes for decks that we've teched before on Commander Cookout. Give them a watch. Lots of options. Just make sure you're up front with any of these. If you're doing the combo thing or the hard lock control or stacks control thing with any of these, just make sure you're up front and honest about it. If you want to pick anything up from this list, don't forget FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your mono blue needs, your mill needs, your control needs, your stacks needs, and use CCO Spring promo code at checkout. It'll get yourself a discount. And then big thanks to our biggest Patreon supporters. You can see a list of their names and our Totally Medium editor right now